We were talking to Upendra, he's still with us. Pradeep Hotchandani also now joins us. Pradeep, I'll just come to you. Upendra, I just wanted to ask about, what's happened with Welspun. Is that a big risk for the textile space? We have had a lot of companies that are supplying to big retailers, big textile companies, and markets have been excited about their growth. Do you think it's a big risk now?
This risk was always there. When you supply to the large, if you are substantially dependent on one or two or few, customers, you are going to have those risks anyway. In fact, unfortunately, this came out in the form of lower sort of a quality. But, there are various risks, as we have seen in the case of pharmaceuticals. Same thing would apply to textiles. So, when you do outsourcing to larger players, this problem is going to be there. And
right.
One has to, yeah.
So now the markets won't just give it like a straightaway model that they are going to grow 15, 20% or 8, 10% and just price it that way. There will be an element of risk that you will factor.
Absolutely, but it will depend on the company. There are companies like Arvind, who have reinvented themselves from time to time and done extremely well. Though, of course, the business model is slightly different than something like Welspun. But, you have to be very careful when you are dependent on few customers.
Right. So, but at least in the near term, one should be cautious.
I think so. They have already been punished substantially, but you do not know to what extent this is going to continue, because it is not going to stop at one customer. If there is a problem with one customer, then other customers are also going to be alert.
Right. So basically just wait and watch for the while. Till we figure out how this is going to work, how this is going to happen in the future. Just wait and watch. Right. Pradeep Hotchandani is also with us. Pradeep, Engineers India Limited 8% higher. Do you see a breakout over there?
Hi, good afternoon, Pankaj. Yes, clearly we sense a breakout, and after today's up move, 250, 252 is the resistance level which it is ready to challenge. This is the region which has been top for quite some time, for a year now. Once this is taken out, then a straight away up move towards 305, 3010 levels cannot be ruled out. So clearly, looking at the chart patterns, looking at the volumes, we sense a breakout, and 310 would be the next major target.
300 will be the next major target. Would you be looking to buy?
Yes, I would be looking to buy. As I mentioned, the chart pattern is very encouraging. The volumes are very good, and 252 is the resistance level which I mentioned. Looking at the volume and price pattern, it seems it would cross that decisively, and then a straightaway target of around 20% up would open up.
Right. Upendra, any view on Engineers India Limited? Good set of numbers, margins recovered, order inflow was very strong.
Yeah, in fact, what looks is really good. So, we hope that, it continues like that.
Right, and it's been a company which has had problems of oil. They cater to a lot of oil players. With oil prices stabilizing around the $40, $50, do you think the incremental demand would at least come?
At least, yes. Many of the companies were struggling for the business in hand, and, people were deferring their projects and things like that. So, at least the momentum would start. So, that is one advantage which might be there of stability of the price.
Right, Upendra. Thank you so much, Upendra, for joining us here this afternoon.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again. That's as far as Engineers India is concerned. Pradeep, let me just come to you with Aurobindo Pharma. It's among the top gainers. How is it looking?
So on the larger scale, it still continues its broader consolidation. On the higher side, 820 is the 810, 820 is the region where it has been resisted a couple of times over past 6-8 months. So that is the major hurdle area we are watching out for. Once that is taken out, then we can talk of target of around 890 and higher. But still on a larger scale, on weekly chart, it's still in a range bound, trading in a range bound fashion, and we would like to see a crossover of 820 for taking a dead fresh decisive bullish view.
What's the level that you said? 820?
Yes, 820 is the level where also a double top formation is in place, which has been, the resistance area for past couple of months.
Right. Pradeep, just request you to stay on. Markets are about to shut, about 90 seconds remaining for markets to shut down. Good day, at least a good recovery coming in from the day's low. 16 points higher, one would just look at it and feel that it's on the flatter side, but there was a decent amount of recovery. Idea Cellular down 2.8%, Coal India down about 1%, Tata Power up 2.3%, Hindalco up 1%, 157. Aurobindo Pharma was the top gainer. We just spoke about it with Pradeep. Axis Bank 584, NTPC up about 1%, 160. ITC 250, 251 for ITC. Tata Motors down about 1%, 498. BHEL 136, 137. Sun Pharma up about 1%, 771 for Sun Pharma. The entire pharma pack except Lupin, I think, did pretty well today. Adani Ports down 0.5. Infosys up 1.4%. GAIL down about 0.4. ONGC is up 1%, 240, 241. Cipla is up 2%, 567. Reliance is up close to 1%, 1021. HDFC Limited is up 0.6. Bharti Airtel down about 0.35. Z Entertainment up about 1.4. Lupin 3%, 2% decline rather, 2.3, 1520. HDFC Limited up about 0.6. Z Entertainment 1.4% higher, 522. HDFC Bank up 0.8. Ambuja Cement down about 1.5. HCL Tech down about 0.24%. Tata Motors DVR down 1.6, 322. Kotak Mahindra Bank flat with a negative bias. Bharti Infratel absolutely flat. Maruti up about 2%, 4,941, 107. HUL is down about 1.7, that's the closing bell. Aurobindo Pharma was the top gainer, up about 7%. Numbers were decent, and that led to this sort of a move coming in for Aurobindo Pharma. Of course, it had also fallen down quite a bit ahead of numbers. Maybe that's why. Tata Power was up 2.4. It was a post-results reaction. So results came out yesterday. They were not that great. The stock fell, and now it's up 2.4%. Maruti Suzuki was up 2.2. There is an upgrade which came in from CLSA. That, I think, led to this sort of a move. Cipla did well, 566 today. Z Entertainment was up 1.5. Infosys did pretty well, 1.4% higher. 1,055 for Infosys. It was also among the top gainers yesterday. So in 2 days, it's almost given a return of 3.5%, 4%. NTPC was up 1.1%, 160, 161. Sun Pharma was up 1.3%, 770 rupees for Sun Pharma. Dr. Reddy's, Reliance, Hindalco, BPCL all gained about 1 to about 0.8 odd percent, broadly looking in positive. What was losing down was Idea Cellular. So it was down about 3%, 98 rupees for Idea Cellular. Lupin down about 2.3 odd percent, 1,520. Ambuja Cements was down 1.8. That was a name which had been doing well, but now absolutely flat. Tata Motors DVR, Tata Motors and Tata Steel. All these three names were lower. Even TCS was down 1.7. Coal India was down 1%. Adani Ports was down 0.8 and ICICI Bank was down about 0.8 odd percent. Overall, decently weak for some of these names that we have spoken. Let's look at some of the broader market names as well. So Engineers India did pretty well, 8% higher. It was a results impact for Engineers India. Let's just look at that name, EIL. It's up 8 odd percent towards the end. JK Tyre was up about 12%, about 125, 126 for JK Tyre. Right from the word go since morning, it was looking quite good. BF Utilities was up close to about 621, 6% higher. Not sure if there is any news flow. Chennai Petro was up 6.7%, 282 for Chennai Petro. So that's another name which did well. Indocount Industries, it was down 15% yesterday. It popped up with 6% gains today, 843 for Indocount Industries. Torrent Pharma did well. Torrent Pharma was up 6.5%, 1,688 for Torrent Pharma. JB Chemicals was up about 11%. That's another mid-cap pharma company. Ipca did well. Ipca was up 7%, 547 for Ipca. V2 Retail, we spoke to the management. It was up about 6.5%, 72 rupees. Motilal Oswal Financial Services, a retail company, was up close to about 8 odd percent. Some of the other names also did particularly well. On the losing side, as far as some of these names are from the mid-cap side are concerned, so Sri Renuka was down 3, Shrenuj was down close to about 4 odd percent. These are broadly the two names that I can identify. Welspun India was down about 10 odd percent, but that has been on the lower side for quite some time. Let's go back to Pradeep. We were talking to him. Pradeep, any view on JK Tyres? It's not an F&O name, but if you have a view on this particular company?
So broadly, all the tire stocks have been in a consolidation mode for last more than a year or so. And then JK Tyre was the first name to break out of this consolidation a couple of weeks back. In fact, 105, 110 was the level where major trendline resistance was placed. It broke out of that couple of weeks back. Now I think major target to eye on the upside is 163, which was the top made in December 2014. So clearly a positive view, and it's even a buy at this juncture. 163 would be the next major target.
Right. How would you look at JK Tyre in terms of a trade from here on? What should be the strategy?
So I think, as I mentioned, 110 was the breakout level. So if any decline materializes, it would be an accumulation opportunity. 110 would be a decent support on the way down going forward. So with keeping that as a stop loss, one should enter the stock, and 163, I think, in couple of months should be the decent target one.
Right. Any view on Reliance Capital? I think it's at a 52-week high. It's taken out the December or the Jan highs that it had made this year.
So I think this stock we also talked about last time. The resistance level on the weekly chart was placed around 445, 450 level. Once that was taken out, we are of the opinion that the stock is headed to 530, where it's next major moving average on monthly charts, that is 100-month moving average is placed. So I think that is the next major target or resistance we are watching out for, 530 kind of levels. So we would be trading positively on Reliance Capital in the short term, and 530 would be the next target.
Right. But it taking out the Jan highs, how would you look at that?
So clearly, 470, as I mentioned, was the I think Jan high was 470, and then next major top to watch out is 513, which was made in March 2015. So clearly, the first major hurdle was taken out, and if these two tops which I mentioned, if you connect the trend line, that trend line was providing a resistance around 450. So that is why I mentioned that as a breakout level. Now once that has been taken out, next major target, as I mentioned, is it's 100-month moving average, which is placed around 530.
Right. Any other ADAG pack names? Reliance Infra, Arcom?
So Arcom is an avoid. Reliance Infra, because it's very near to its major moving average on monthly charts, that is 100-month moving average, which is placed around 630. So among these three stocks, clearly Reliance Capital has bigger headroom available. So among these three stocks, Reliance Capital would be the preferred bet.
Right. Not even on Reliance Infra, any particular view? Generally, when Reliance Capital does well, even Reliance Infra does well. Some of the other ADAG names as well.
Yeah, so reason is what I mentioned. It's very close to its 100-month moving average, which is placed around 637, which is hardly 4-5% away from here. And if you connect major tops made in 2010 and 2014, that trend line is also very near, giving the supply around 640 kind of level. So just headroom of 4-5% is there in Reliance Infra, where in Reliance Capital you have higher headroom. So if I have to choose among these three stocks, Reliance Capital would be the first pick.
How would you look at Castrol India Limited, 426? Very good volumes of 5 million shares today.
Yeah. So Castrol, after a brief consolidation, touched a 200 DMA, its 200 DMA, and consolidated around these level for a couple of days, and recently it has broken out. So I think it's headed up in short term. I think 454 is the top it made in July earlier. So that is the nearest target, and once that is taken out, we can talk about higher levels, but clearly a positive view, and 454 would be the next target.
How would you look at Idea? I remember last time you saying that 98.50 is very important. It's just around that level.
Yeah. In fact, after the results briefly reached that level, but it's not ready to sustain below those levels, and it's not breaking those levels on weekly closing basis. So that 96 was the bottom it touched in February 2016, and once that is held on to, you have still hope that this stock is still holding on to that bottom. But clearly on the higher side, you will have a lot of resistance. First would be 34 DMA, then you would have 200 DMA. So clearly this stock would be avoid for the right timing, and we would like the stock to settle down before taking a fresh.
Right. Any view on something like Tata Motors or Tata Motors DVR? It did very well, but then in the last 1 month, it's not participated into the rally.
So both the stock had a good up move, and recently we observed some sort of negative divergence on weekly charts. So in the short term, we expect some consolidation to happen, but on the overall chart pattern, we continue to be bullish. Above 430, we are working with target of 580 over next 8 to 10 months. It has already touched a high of 522. But in the short term, I expect some consolidation. But overall chart pattern are bullish, and if one sees a major decline, it will be again a great opportunity to accumulate.
Any view on India Cements? Done very well after the results.
So all mid-cap cement stocks are still looking good even after this run-up. Talking about India Cement, the big breakout which happened on monthly charts was around 115 kind of level. Since then, we have been working with target of around 180. I mean, these are longer-term targets and can materialize over a couple of months. But clearly, that is the major target kind of after the kind of underperformance we have seen in India Cement.
Right. Would you be a buyer into these mid-cap cements despite the up move?
Yes, clearly so. As I mentioned, some of these names are breaking out after a long period of consolidation, and India Cement, being South-based cement company, was clearly an underperformance for quite some time. And looking at the kind of underperformance, a long period of underperformance, I think 180 would not be ruled out over next couple of months.
Oil India also was up 4%. Again, there you see a long period of underperformance, and now we are seeing to perform, or we are seeing the name getting slight bit of attention.
Yeah, clearly so, because this stock had a very big period of fall starting from 670 odd levels, and it had a fall towards 300 in a couple of months. So I think this up move which has begun has some more legs to move. Next target on the way up is 20-month moving average, which is placed around 404. So clearly around 5 to 6% up move I see more on the counter.
Right. Pradeep, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Hope to see you again.